the door. I have always been a wayward person, a loose cannon, a maverick, on the verge of being, well, outside the canons of this society. But we see that our society, our world, is not going towards this idyllic Star Trek society, where there's no money, there's no racism, there's no Russia and America anymore, and we cooperate and we have a final frontier, space. No, 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 no. That's not going. That's not the way things are. So I think something is amiss in this society. And people who spend their time fiddling with their smartphones, like now it's the new drug. If you have seen, an episode of Star Trek to take this over the spaceship, they provide these people with this kind of video games. Everybody's playing that video games, that instilling in them some things that make them remissive and prone to be subjected to the newcomers. Well, I think that's what's going on. The campaign started 3 years or 4 years ago, 3 years ago, too, and they wanted us to have this need to be online the whole time. I mean, there's no free time to think anymore. There's no moment that you walk and you have nothing than your brain walking and processing and thinking it over. No. The new trend is to be always online, no matter what, and that's it. That's what people are now. They no, well, the boss is coming because it's on their smartphone. They have all this application, WhatsApp, what's on, whatever, what the hell, what the fuck, and is our life better? I don't think so. I think they don't want. I see what they do. They chat, they are on Facebook the whole time. They don't watch interesting videos. If you see the views of videos where they actually tell you the truth, they are called I forgot the word in English. Sometimes I brain fart. Anyway, whoever gives you a different take on reality is considered, an oddball. Whoever think differently is considered, and frowned upon. Yes, the word is conspiracy. There's no word in it. Sometimes conspiracy theorist, I'm not sure. Anyway, the problem is That happens on every level. Yes, conspiracy theorist. In this case, it's one of the few cases where Italian is shorter than English. And people spend their time fiddling with the, sorry for the pun, ukuleles, and you know what I think about most of ukulele players is the epitome of of a damned society. The way it's played, the way is people face music. Everything has to be reduced to something mechanical, to something easy, to something that doesn't involve personal approach. We don't seem to have political opinions anymore, because this is the end of politics. Well, you have the European Union. Why do we need politics? We have commissions, or people unelected that make decisions for us. Doesn't sound like the Soviet Union to you? We live in the Soviet Union, but we don't know it. That's bad. That's the new level they attained. They don't only tread upon us, they enslave us financially, but they do it in a way that people are not even aware. So whoever is aware of this, see the world the way it is. The world the way it is, and where it is headed is shitty. We are on the verge every time we're near towards annihilation because of placement of nuclear weapons towards Russia, and Russia is going to do the same. We are against the 70s, but we don't know it. There's no protest. People do not get on the streets and are not vociferous. No, people are perfectly right with this because Putin is the bad guy. We don't know why exactly. They say he's a tyrant. Well, but it's a tyrant who's doing the interests of his own people. While we have tyrants in Europe who are not doing the interests of the common European citizen. So, what's more tyrannical? They say it's not democratic. Well, is the European Union the way it is democratic? Absolutely not. And that's a fact. Just check who makes the decisions and if they are really elected by the people. There's nothing democratic. There's the looks of democracy. Well, I think, or even the new Soviet Union, they voted like they vote here. But since all the big financial decisions are not for us to take, but dictated by European Union, and in some states there is a real 100% protectorate. For example, Greece. So, do you think I am surprised even in the little things of life that people cannot accept different views on things? If you don't have a thick skin, if you are not sure of what you think, no matter what the dumbed down masses tell you, if you're not sure of that, you cannot express your opinions. Because if your opinions are real opinions, and you see things that they are, the way they are, you're bound to meet with a lot of aversion towards your person, your opinion. People balk at everything that's new. People like normality, whatever. Even if people take, we are more and more poor, even if we don't have any democracy anymore, even we have no perspective for our future, even if here in Italy people don't have children anymore, even if our language, I'm sorry I speak English, but I like English, but when I speak English, even if our language in Italy is full of English words with no reason, even if the language I used to speak is not there anymore, it's like tainted with fake love for whatever is foreign or English. And that's kind of silly because you cannot give up your identity to become something you're not. We are of our own accord, we, not me, Italians, giving up our language as the official language. Italian, I tell you, many things are bilingual, many expressions are just only in English. There's no Italian matching word for link on the internet, for many things, homepage on Facebook, and it's such a stupid thing. Once you renounce, you give up your language, you're doomed to oblivion. What's the word? Etruscans. There are some peoples that got lost, really, in translation. It means all their words were translated, and then at the end, there's a tipping point. What's that? It's not the idiom. There's a point where you cannot go back. Your language is fucked. It's so full of foreign words. Many things are said directly in English or whatever other language, like the Romans did with other peoples, that little by little lost who speak the ancient language in France, maybe Normandy, some people, but it's all deleted. It's not on the face of earth. Do we want that? Do we want give up cultural diversity? Cultural diversity is not having a lot of immigrated people in the same country. That's not cultural diversity, that's I don't know what called, but it's something that destroys things or transforms in something different, but the real thing is there's only a certain amount of influences you can absorb and or stay the same. So there's no discussion about do we still want languages? Do we still want nations? Do we still want monetary sovereignty? Obviously in Europe we lost monetary sovereignty. We are losing even languages, even if people don't see it. Obviously these are not the kind of things that tell you, well, you know, things go like this. Italian would be a dialect spoken like Anglo-Saxon was spoken under the Normans, was the language of the people. Had the Romans stayed in power more, it would have disappeared little by little. Like the ancient Romans did in other, wherever they went, almost, except for England, Great Britain, and Greece. But people don't speak about that. People are focused on stupid things. Just watch and check what are the videos, the most viewed videos on YouTube. For the most part are stupid vlogs. This can be seen as a vlog, but this, I think, it's not stupid. And funny things, but nothing serious. There are some really interesting videos about America, about whatever is going on in the world, who has the power behind the curtains, the float system, monetary system, banks, to say nothing about Illuminati and other stuff. But these are conspiracy theories. You know, September 11th was not. Nobody in America knew that. Yeah, well, they knew that very well, some people. False flags. Well, we are full of false flags in Europe. Mainly France. I don't know if they prepare, they just let it happen. And then, yeah, they want an excuse to do some things in the Middle East. And just the last states that are independent, like Syria, Russia, they want to get them one by one. That's what America is doing. They want to bring them down. What? That's not rogue states in itself. I mean, I'm not in favor of Iran. I mean, I think that the amount of religious stupidity over there is huge, but that's not the case for Syria. But every state that is a hindrance for United States has got to be brought down. With the last resort, that is a fully fledged war, either by America or by proxies. ISIS. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.